This is your boy, Old Roy here, back with another No Frills review. Today I wanted to talk to you quickly about the Insta360 Go3. This is the original Go3, not the Go3S that's, fairly new to the market. I've got one of those too. We can talk about that later, but I wanted to talk to you today about the Insta360 Go3, the original one, and why I think this could be a great fit for a lot of people. Number one, I want to talk to you just really about the size and the form factor. It is just so compact and so easy to carry around that when I first got it, I literally carried it everywhere with me. It actually encouraged me to make more videos and to, get in front of the camera a little bit more. I also own my own business and I do exterior cleaning, also known as pressure washing. Here, you can see that. And so I'm actually out on a job today and I wanted to demonstrate just how easy it is to catch a vlog with this camera alone. No external mic. I'm recording right now on an iPhone 13 Pro. It's an older, obviously an older iPhone. It's not terrible either, but this is so easy, convenient. The sound quality is great, and I've used it for work purposes a ton. I mean, almost as much as personal stuff. Made work vlogs with it for our YouTube channel for our business. I've used it to, check into places we couldn't get to, and I'll explain that a little bit more. It's just been a fantastic, it's relatively rugged, it's form factor small, convenient, and easy to use. So I just want to demonstrate how easy this is to use. All right, now I'll put on the screen whenever I'm switching between the iPhone 13 Pro and the Insta360 Go3, so you can just be sure of what you're seeing quality-wise in the video. All right, so now we're switched over to the Insta360 Go3, and it's on all auto settings on the vivid profile. And actually, I forgot the selfie stick for this thing today. So this is at arm's length. Actually, not even with my arm bent. There's my arm is like that. So the field of view is insane on this. The auto tracking, everything makes it so easy. Now I'm shooting in 2.7K, which some people look at as a downside to this camera. Now the new Insta360 Go3S does shoot in 4K. Have one of those as well. Quality is great. But for most purposes and for most videos that I needed to do for work, even for our YouTube station, even personal stuff, honestly, 2.7K is totally fine. It looks good. It's smaller file sizes, easier to edit, especially if you have an older computer. So I don't have a problem with it. I got the little Go3S because I thought it was cool, and I added it to the Action Pod that I already have. And the quality is great, but it's just the file sizes get much bigger, so you've got to manage that. Now I am on the I am using a 128 gigabyte hard drive that's internal. That could be a downside for some people, just because if once the camera goes down at some point, you can't really do anything about the hard drive because of the fact that it's internal. Same thing with the battery, it's all internal. So if the battery eventually stops holding charge, it goes down, it kind of becomes useless. I don't really see that big of a deal. Get a few years out of it, technology increases, you end up upgrading to other things anyway. Now I'm not gonna lie, these things are a little pricey. I had it about a little over a year. So, but I got it when it first came out to take it on a trip that my wife and I were taking to her home country of Trinidad and Tobago, because I wanted something that was waterproof. I didn't have any action cameras, and I didn't know much about, and I really didn't want to get into the whole GoPro thing. I just wanted something small and easy. And so while this thing was a little pricey, I think at the time I paid a little over $400 or something right around there for it. I got the biggest memory, which I probably could have got the 64. At that time, they made a 32 gig, which they don't now currently with the Go3S, I believe. But what I found out is I've never even gotten close to filling this hard drive. You could totally use a smaller hard drive, internal hard drive, and just offload the videos more frequently, or just get the bigger one if that's what you want to do. But look, the stabilization is insane. Audio quality is really good for just an onboard mic. I've just totally enjoyed it. The fact that you can take it out of the pod, and I'll show that real quick at the end, and you can use the camera itself. It's magnetic, sticks anywhere. Just really cool, really convenient, and it's just fun to use. And so here I am on this job today. I'm going to be really just kind of touching up this house that we washed a couple years ago. Just going to be washing around the gutters, the soffit areas underneath this patio, and then doing a pure water window wash on the window. So I'll get a little bit of action of that while I'm doing that throughout the day. But I just wanted you to catch, like, you know, here's the quality right out of the camera. Here's the audio and the stabilization, which is absolutely insane. A fun camera to use. You could probably get one on the used market now, especially a Go3, a regular Go3, for, you know, a good discount from what I paid. I'm gonna move on to the next step, show you guys one of my favorite things to use this for. Its magnetic abilities are really cool, so I can do stuff like this. You see, it's like having another set of hands with you, because when I want to get a really quick shot that's an interesting perspective, or kind of more of a really personal up close kind of thing, I can take the Go3 out of the action pod and just mount it somewhere like this relatively quickly, and you'd be surprised at the really kind of interesting perspectives you can get when you just think about how many surfaces are magnetic and how many places you can put this. Okay, so one of my favorite ways to use the Insta360 Go3 is with the hat clip. Now it comes with a magnetic pendant as well, and you can kind of get a mid-chest view, but I really like the hat clip. It's just, I like the view of it. I don't have the magnetic pendant with me today, so I'm just gonna give you the hat view. It's just an interesting perspective that I think I get a lot of use out of, especially if you have kids or strap it on the dog. It's a real fun look. Check it out. All right, so one of my other favorite ways to use this camera is what you just saw there. When we need to check high places like gutters, like these gutters right here, sometimes we do gutters that require a 40-foot ladder. And so what I've done is I've put the Go3, I've taken it off the action pod here, just taped it to a pole, and then we'll extend it up, and we're able to peek in and actually monitor what's in there with a live feed. There's a little bit of delay, but it's enough to see if it's worth our time to extend a huge 40-foot ladder, which is very heavy, to reach gutters that sometimes don't have anything in them. And so this Go3 has saved us a ton of energy and possible accidents just by being able to peek in gutters and hard to reach places from the ground. An amazing camera. If you look at it, I mean, it's beat up all around the edges. You can see I've really put this thing through its paces, and it's held up like a champ. It's been covered in water, bleach, which is a chemical we use to clean outside, other chemicals, degreasers, and I've rinsed it off, and it keeps on going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and link in the description to a full vlog from our business channel, my business channel, All Things Services Exterior Cleaning LLC, and you can see a real vlog from start to finish with the Go3, some, you know, with edits. And so another big benefit to this is the Insta360 app. And so most of the vlogs that I've done with this camera, I've edited right on my phone with the Insta360 app. Just a tremendous, powerful tool, and it's free. So I'll link a video down below, and you can see what this looks like in kind of a more of a longer form content. So go ahead. Hey, you know, I'd love to hear from you how the Insta360 works for you. If you're interested in it, like I said, pick it up used, get one, you know, have fun with it. It's an enjoyable camera, and I think you'll like it. So hit me up in the comments, give me a thumbs up, give me a subscribe. You know, until next time, this is Old Roy, and that's my take.